same one. So looking at this, during last year, the data was 50% but with discussions still yet to respond. We had a conversation with Stella, hopefully, from that, so yeah, so this is us. So we like to come back to that. Welcome, guys. We are back again. So, Koji, good morning. How are you? Yeah, I'm so good. Kojabi, how is everything?
By the grace of
The way you are smiling there. Last week, I see that you really had a good win. So, how you are smiling nicely?
I mean, last week we were here, and then the last comment I made on the show was that my brother should expect surprises, and he did us. He said he quoted a certain phrase, and by saying that
The army is big.
you understand. Yes, the army is big, all right, but we also said we conquer in all directions. And so we met, and then it was a good game. I mean, I love Ghana Army. So
Okay. Well, so with that, we'll continue into details about that because that topic per se, we still have to talk about that. So so we are still bargaining and then see how best the one venue format things can be changed on it. So I think last week the treasurer, that was Mr. Edem Duche, was able to share some bit of info to us about it, how the budget and every plan is being done. But that we wish if we could have gotten the executive member here, but they are still in talks, but hopefully we'll still dive into that. So, Kochi, it seems like this topic has been the main topic that we'll be talking back and forth. So, but I think there are still development ongoing. We are still seeing possibly if things can be changed. And then during our last time conversation, there are a lot of things that we are still talking about it to see possibly how we can be able to work things very well. So, what are your thoughts on it? Because as so far, how things have been shaping up. One venue format.
We can hold 2 weeks late match in 1 weekend. Let's see the first the Friday can be for particular group of teams. Why? It goes against their club. And Montana is not for it's not an outdoor, it's indoor. So even the student that is scheduled from the evening know Army is playing on Friday. So definitely play Sunday morning. They play my next match. You understand?
Yeah.
Like the 2 weeks, maybe this week and next week. You play it within that weekend. 2 matches. You know that you play 2 matches.
2 matches.
Okay. Monday to the Friday to Sunday. You are done. Then we hold on to the next 2 weeks time. Then we go again. Instead of spreading it across all the you know, the reason of not getting sponsorship is as a matter of what is happening. The whole colonial system. What are we doing? I think we have one or two talks with one people as well. It's like they are buying into the idea.
Yeah.
Next week, I learned we are going to the
Yeah.
and we are not so sure. And I still stand by that. There are situations to go to Adalolo. Since you started getting a good news from the sport,
Yeah.
and there's no more business,
Yeah.
of which I think we talk about it. We should use the opportunity to also grab our share. If we can see the Adalolo people for scholarship, we should only convey us from one small stadium to Burkina.
Okay.
Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We could give 2 hours to convey us. They are also part of the sponsor.
Yeah.
I think we are
Yes.
if only I'm thinking of whether it will be true to go to the table next week. We are yet
Could you?
So once again, I want to say a very good morning to God, to the Sports Minister, Honorable Kofi Adams, to my chairman of Calibi Volleyball Club, the president of Calibi Volleyball Club, His Excellency. I mean, he's always been an excellency man, His Excellency Bernard Mona. And then to the head coach, Coach Raman Danladi, to GAVA executives, to all the teams heads as far as GAVA is concerned. I also want to say a very good morning to the Comptroller General of Ghana Immigration Service, Mr. Samuel Masinkale Amadu, for a good job done. And then now to the main issue. I mean, a one venue league is always the order of the day now. If you really want to patronize effective volleyball. Fortunately for us, we came live last week Sunday, Ghana Navy, Ghana Air Force. It was a game to watch. And if you look at the crowd there, alone, between Ghana Army, Ghana Air Force and Ghana Navy, solid, fantastic. Now let's come to Calibi and Ghana Army. The crowd was huge. Take it as if you are getting just these 4 teams meeting at one venue. You can imagine the number of people that can pull up there. And so, just like my brother said, I think that we need to have a roundtable discussion. Plan well, focus on it, and then push for that agenda. And I tell you, it worked. The Arsenal team on any day, the Gunners, anytime they have a corner kick, you hear the fans shouting, and it works. So this one can work if we plan and prepare well. Yeah.
Okay. Coach, that's from Coach Abe and then Coach Asante. So If you guys also have something to share, you can please make sure to drop it at the comment section, because this is a topic that we've been discussing for weeks now. We are trying our best to see how things can go hand in hand and can have a better solution for the league matches to still be played at one venue. So we can have a lot of people pulling in and have massive crowd cheering for both teams. So we'll go to the minister's side, Honorable Kofi Adams. Because one key thing that we've been looking at, we've been seeing in Ghana for years and years, I think almost a decade and plus, a lot of years that have passed by, what the majority of attention hasn't been given to other sports, especially when you look at in terms of trophy teams that win, or national teams that win trophies. I don't remember the last time that the Football Association, the national team for football, has won any major trophy for the country. But I can recall some years back, I think that was 2023, the national volleyball team has won numerous trophies. Even in West African tournament that they played, they won numerous trophies. So and the funny thing is that these trophies all that are being won, they are not being given the recognition that they needed. Supposing a football team won this trophy, I'm sure the whole Ghana will hear about it. They will definitely see the massive crowd. But when it comes to the volleyball side, nothing. Clubs will travel and go and play their best. Players will travel, play their best, and then win trophies. When they come back, nothing. They don't even appreciate them. It's like nothing. So I think it's a good news. We just hope that whatever he says now, we'll be able to do a big follow up to it, and we'll be able to get the much attention that the sports need. What are you hoping to see from Mr. Swayze? Okay, Kojawi.
I on any day would want to say a very big thank you to the sports minister for this comment. It's a refreshing comment that will give hope to the purported. I'm using those words because that is what people think, that it's a lesser known sport. On any day, volleyball cannot be compared to a lot of sports to be called a lesser known sport. Handball same, basketball same. Look, during the All African Games, you found 22 players with over 16, close to 16 coaches making up the football team, winning just a medal. We had just 12 players with 2 coaches, 1 manager, winning a medal. We found 4 players in the basketball team. 4 players. If I say 4 players, they were the ones who played the 3-a-side.
Yeah.
4 players with 1 coach, winning a medal for Ghana. You could imagine if these 4 players were to have played more. It tells you that every sport is unique in its own way. I am happy the sports minister has come out to say that he is here for all other sports. We need to also strategically position ourselves as a volleyball fraternity to be able to attract that particular support from the ministry. Yeah. The ministry has over 15 sports activities to look at. But it boils down to the attractiveness of your association. And up until Ghana Volleyball Association position itself well, you can never attract anything from anybody. The minister's office can be used as a tool to get to corporate Ghana. Football is preparing for World Cup qualifiers this evening. And I tell you, everybody who matters most in Ghana here, from the president to the committee on sports at Parliament House, have been to them. Don't we think that's because of Etokrekus lobbying power and position? The GFA in the past years have been able to position themselves well. to attract everything that they need. What happens to volleyball? It boils down to leadership. And so on any day, I think that it is premature for us to hit hard. We will have to all come together to encourage the system, to make sure that we position ourselves. And by positioning ourselves, we need to make the game overly attractive. How many times do we play all our matches and invite these people to come and be there? Once upon a time, some few weeks ago, when Calibi Volleyball Club was inaugurating the court to be playing on, and then the volleyball club itself, we had the opportunity to get the sports minister, the Ghana Volleyball Association president or chairman being there. We got the opportunity to have the director at the ministries being there. We got the opportunity to have a lot of CEOs, a lot of people coming around. So what is Calibi doing right? His Excellency Bernard Mona was able to attract all these people to be there. It means that if you position yourself well, somebody will come around to help you. And so it's a good news for the fraternity. It's a good news for the Volleyball Association. It's also good news for all other associations. We are here to discuss volleyball, and that is our keen interest. The volleyball fraternity should make sure that we don't take this for granted. Once we do things right, it will go a long way to help us. Fast forwarded, I know that a club or two in Ghana is preparing to go for club championship in Africa. How have we been able to position ourselves to get support from government? And what is the involvement of Ghana Volleyball Association? If Greater Accra is doing its bit, and then Ghana Volleyball Association takes over this particular preparation, don't you think that the minister would have been there? The committee on sports, the parliament house would have been there. By this time, somebody should have been, because some few weeks ago we got to know that this particular club needed just about $1,000. Just $1,000 to put themselves in that position to be able to play that competition. Who was there to help them? Who has been there to help them? Who has even got to know of their plight? So on any day, if they are not getting the information, then who is not sending the information out? Who is not getting them to know? There are a lot of unanswered questions. And so, my brother, if we really want to have this as a good time to discuss, I would want to suggest that we push the chairman, the president, the secretary, everyone who matters most as far as Ghana volleyball is concerned, to sit up and up their game. We are all here to support. We are all here to make volleyball grow. That's how we are talking about it. We could have used this time to talk about any other thing. But then, I mean, due to Kwesie's passion for volleyball, we have been brought here to push that agenda. And I think that once we started like this, I know the minister is ready to help. So let's position ourselves. Let's make ourselves very, very attractive. And Ghana volleyball will go far.
Thank you.
My brother said, he said something about the position. Now, the minister has opened the doors for giving this statement. He's also ready. We are praying that he shouldn't be a political. You see,
A political thought.
we have heard ministers of sport giving promises upon promises upon promises, but the doing of it becomes a problem. And with the current force minister, shouldn't take the advantage of every lesser tournament we bash into the ministry. If not, when the major tournaments come, we find ourselves wanting. But let us not also forget that if I draw good, it's good. Badminton, mess and good. One good like that. Then it's a budget allocated for a particular issue. Now, how do we get ourselves involved in what the minister said? You must say we, volleyball, from the federation to the playing body. How do we brand ourselves? So, I am happy next week to say, okay, I am happy because this is how you package it. When Calvi was debating the court with the club and whatever it is because they are going to play outdoor. That's why they carry the minister to that place. And I think it's not a good sign, but that is what we have. If we were to have Montema to play all matches, I think like Calvi would take the minister to Montema. Do the inauguration. With the inauguration, with the minister, it gives us a height of recognition. We say a very big thanks to the minister for even saying that. It indicates that he recognized other sports apart from football. Like he said, volleyball has been in the system for years with a lot of glory struck. If I'm not mistaken, it may even match up in Africa with football as well. Because the black spikers, black
they're also spikers.
yeah, both senior and the junior national side have talked a whole lot of sources on countless sources, of which, because quote unquote is labeled as BB sports, so it's being given big attention or no attention. For now, first of all, we should have a way of branding ourselves. You see, I always use some reference. That's it. I saw the GFA president going to the ministries for whatever it is. He went there with his associate, and you love it. And you see that these people are serious. Why am I saying this? Even the addressing alone self to the ministry add weight to whatever they are doing. You see, I am going to the ministry with jeans and blue and t-shirt. My brother is going to the ministry with maybe a suit or something like military dress or something. I'm not saying our people are doing that, but I'm talking about the level of seriousness and that. With their files, with their briefcase, because they are going for money. You understand? So, if I am the secretary there, and you come there with your kambu and your slippers that you are coming for support from the ministry, then somebody who is neatly dressed with suit or kaftan something. I know our president loves kaftan. Very gentleman. It will put us in a height. You go there, they will tell you the one in jeans and canvas or slippers, you tell the minister is not there. But the one in suit, because they don't know what he's bringing on board, you will grant the person permission to go and meet the minister. Brand it. Position. Let us go. I am praying. I am begging. The authorities. minister. You can't invite the minister when you are playing as what do you call supplying water. You want the minister to come. It means we have to go a red canopy because there's no canopy.
Yeah.
Or Calibi Park, or you have to rent chair with canopies.
No, Calibi, we have chairs. We have chairs.
So the chairs are so that
We have enough. We have enough.
1,500 seated capacity. You see, we saw the Nigerian what we call national league.
Yeah.
They invited almost controller of custom. They invited their chief of army, navy, all the chiefs, the armed forces. They invited the immigration, all the people that matters. They call the commercial bank, Nigerian commercial bank,
Yeah.
governor, or whatever it
Yeah.
is. So you see, it means they are selling themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
They are selling themselves to the country that we are also capable of doing it. I believe it was only left with the president that didn't visit them during the tournament. And you cannot do that when you go and put the president or the minister or so under a tent, outdoor, when the wind is destroying the game and other. It doesn't give me other side. When we were playing at Caribbean people, you got to a time, if you take research, you see the wind have better control of the ball than the side. So I think we know minister is not making the political talk. I know we know, me, I know you know that it is business.
Yeah.
As there's a saying reset. Yes, the minister also reset the sports. So that with the national kick up, everybody, all sports have their national share of whatever comes to the nation. And it will grow. See, why is Egypt always winning all African games and other things? Why are they winning? They are not winning because they are mighty or they have superhuman people playing or taking out the sporting activity that they are having. It's about how you grew their sporting activity. You start playing volleyball from nursery or class one until you become professional. Then they change you, they transfer you to a senior team, one team. It goes like that until the person becomes a full-grown volleyball player. I think it's not a big thing that we can do. Those days, we started playing volleyball when we were in GHS. Now, when we were in GSS, which is now GHS. And you can see when GSS tournaments is being played, you feel the spike.
Yeah.
Then we come to secondary school as
The schools, personals, and all that. All that.
you see, now what we don't see those things. Maybe secondary school people are playing, they are doing their games. That are cool one time. You don't even see anything. So they should start from the grassroots. Develop the standard that one, employment. We are crying of unemployment situation. And we have billions of sports people in this country. We have the potential. See, I say, develop 20 volleyball players, send them out there, you buy them. Each player is being paid $2,000 compared to $2,000 in Ghana city. Do you think the person will not put up his best to maintain himself there, to come and add up to the already unemployed people that we have? I think I went here, but kudos to the minister for even saying that if he doesn't do self,
Coach Abe said something that regarding about position, as in like how Greater Accra to also position itself very well. We can go to attract the minister. Yes, and I think it's very true because one thing that matters is we having, let's say, the Greater Accra Volleyball having like a bigger platform. So as in social media presence that will be able to boost these activities because sometimes I think sometimes in-person interaction sometimes help a lot, but there are a lot of people online each and everywhere. So any little thing that you do, you comment, you retweet, you reshare it, and you continue talking about it, get to a lot of people. So the best that we can do is what if the Greater Accra work well on their social media sites presence, so they know that what these are some of the things that they are doing. This helps a lot because when you boost your social media presence, a lot of people get to see you. A lot of other media outlets also get to see and then get involved with you because that will be a major key standard. Because when you talk about it online, there are a lot of people. There are almost hundreds and millions of people that are always online each and every time. So everything that we do helps a lot. So I believe if they can also be able to also look at that aspect, that's like Greater Accra says we need to look at that aspect because you can have black spikers going to tournament, winning trophies when they come back, nothing. It's like you don't hear anything. But look at Egypt. Anytime they go to anywhere they go, yeah, you see their level. It's like them they are on a different planet and we're also on a different planet. No water. And we're all in Africa. And then we play very well. Look at how the All African game, look at how the men's team play against the Egypt team. So I was thinking that hey, assuming they are playing consistently in the gym, what performance would they have even putting up there?
So I just want to draw attention to something. Look, I just went online to check on Ghana Volleyball Association website. If I am the one telling a lie, then the site is also telling a lie. The last updated information on Ghana Volleyball Association platform is in 2019, August 9th, 2019. I mean, and it is Black Spikers present gold trophies to NSA. The national volleyball team won the Africa Zone 3 Nations Cup tournament. 15th August, 9th August 2019. Mata Bavon. And then you find the likes of Tonga and others, Sidu Baba and others in this picture. The rest is Volleyball Zone 3 Championship. Amano and some few others. And then the closing ceremony. These are the only information you find there. 2019, 6 years down the line. And we want somebody to come and invest money in us. Ghana Volleyball Association. All our shoes is gone. We have a new president. We have new leadership. What is happening to our leadership? Why are we not investing into this? The branding, the positioning. This is what we are talking about. Anyway.
What you said is very true. Because last time Kwesi and I were even having a conversation based on that. Because before a calendar year has to start, for instance, the Greater Accra Volleyball has to have a platform where you post everything, like before maybe 4 months before to the league start, you post every information there. And all of us here that we have a lot of young people playing volleyball in Ghana. So anything that you post, as long as they keep resharing, like development becomes better. For instance, let's look at Rwanda. Anytime they're about to start their league, you see the amount of noise that they make. It's not just for anything, because they believe that when you make so much noise, then people get to feel like, oh, this sports activities are really doing it. It will attract a lot of people to come and watch. But if from 2019, that was the last information that was updated on the Greater Accra Volleyball website. And yes, and within that 2019, up to date now.
Is it Greater Accra
Ghana volleyball.
Ghana
Ghana
volleyball.
volleyball.
So okay, this Ghana volleyball.
No, the minister cannot concentrate on Greater Accra.
Okay, yeah.
The minister will now go for the bigger umbrella, Ghana volleyball. It is when Ghana volleyball is well positioned, then they can say that we want to now trickle it down. I am happy the new president, new chairman is trying to bring in the National League. So if at the top we are able to position ourselves well and have better branding for ourselves, the various regional associations will be able to play effective leagues where by August all the regional leagues are over. We now trickle it down to the National League, because then the 2 or 3, 4, 5 teams that have qualified from the various regional leagues form up the National League to play. Yeah. That notwithstanding, we can as well have a National League, League 1, League 2, League 3. Depending on the strength, you qualify from League C, like though we have the 3rd division, 2nd division, 1st division of the football style before you play the Premier League. We could have had same with volleyball, National League, where you have with the 3rd division you have zonal play. With the 2nd division there is also a zonal. With the 1st division same. Then you can play the National League as the Premier League. So you have to qualify to play the Premier League, just like that, in the National League.
Oh, I believe so.
Every league, you have to cross the league. Then all position 1, which is 16 minutes. Position 2, position 3. You understand?
Yeah.
You can also work down or two clubs from one region, or depending the size, whether the regions are also really big. That's another
It's another thing I have to look at. Yeah. Okay. So
like I said, one. So if anybody wants from outside who want to have like to check from the volleyball website, see what is going on with volleyball. Nobody will just wake up for 6 years, carry big money to come invest in volleyball. Let's check ourselves before we can check. Before we can check the start, whether the ministry, whether they use or not. If not, we will go to the ministry and come back to the team. I remember the World African Games when the players were visited by the minister. You feel there. And even the minister made a revelation that he has never watched volleyball before. So he doesn't know anything about volleyball. He hasn't watched volleyball before. So if the sports minister is telling you that
He has not watched volleyball before, then what is about volleyball that you go and tell him or convince him? I like what Muna did, because he was able to invite the club was able to invite the minister to their inauguration. He stayed and watched an exhibition match before he left. So I think we, as Greater Accra, when we start using the Botema complex, can as well use Graben to bring the minister to come and also watch. Maybe the Calabi exhibition was the only match he has watched in volleyball.
Yeah.
then he will see that, hey, at least apart from the Calabi, the one that I saw, there are more to it than what he only came and saw at the exhibition. Thank you.
Okay, so it's all boils down to branding, and then we having a better presence online. That's what it boils down to. Okay, so we'd like to go on a short commercial break, and then we'll come back hopefully and talk into details. But if you have a comment section, you can really drop a comment, and then we'll read it. Welcome back again, guys. So we are still diving into things that brought. I think the Greater Accra Volleyball Association in Ghana. There are a lot of things that were asking like an association on its own. The online presence is very, very, very poor. That we are hoping that they can look at things around it. Because if this is the main, if you are looking at the whole Ghana now, one of the best leagues in Ghana is the Greater Accra Volleyball League that's been played in the country over and over and over. And in this league, there are players and there are teams from other places that always look up to the Greater Accra Volleyball League to also tap in from how the league is being played and then everything that they do. So I believe if our league and then its online presence can be developed very, very well, it will attract a lot of people, because this is where, when you look at the whole Ghana, this is one of the toughest leagues that's being played in Ghana. And this is where some of the best teams played and then perform at. So if we get a good online presence, you will see how much a lot of people would like to also tap in, and how much we can also be able to attract investors to it. So we've been going through the online presence, and when you go to Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, we have TikTok, we have all of these social media presence, and then the Greater Accra Volleyball Association doesn't have, like, let's say a media rep that can also be updating information each and every time on that page, to even make people to know that what there's a volleyball tournament going on, and there's a volleyball that's being played in Ghana very well. One thing we should always know is that what this is, let's say, the main head for volleyball in Ghana now, because there's no any other league compared to the Greater Accra Volleyball League, because of the standard that has been so high. So if they can look into that, that will really help a lot. So Coach Abe was even sharing information based on that, looking at that. So Coach Abe, what do you think some of the things that what the Greater Accra Volleyball Association needs to do to be able to boost the presence of volleyball, be able to attract investors to us?
So I feel that first of all, I just want to educate the general public on what I mentioned earlier with regards to the website of the Ghana Volleyball Association. Apparently, it wasn't even the volleyball website of Ghana Volleyball Association. It was the National Sports Authority website. And the last time it was even updated on volleyball was in April 2023, where the national executives who were elected then had gone to meet the Chief Executive Officer of the National Sports Authority. It tells you that we as an association, from the top to the regional level, we have not placed emphasis on media publicity work. Look, as for the work, our leaders are doing the work. They are working.
But who is seeing them?
That is the question. Who is seeing them? If you are doing all the work and nobody is seeing you, you have not done the work. In this AI world, this technological world, you don't work and keep them in your office somewhere. You work and put it out there for people to see and know. Last week, I made a certain reference on Ghana Army alone. They made their boxing sports well known by the world. They made their volleyball well known by the world. They made their basketball, handball, table tennis, everywhere. You had them. And so you got the likes of Park Lacey and others coming on board. We saw one of the companies even donating a car to Ghana Army. And I think it's from Tata also. Yeah. They came on board and sponsored and said this year they were going to do more. Whether it was fortunate or unfortunate, they have new leadership as far as Ghana Armed Forces is concerned. From the CDS to the last person, they have new leadership. Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Navy Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of the Defense Staff himself. And these people have come to meet what has been done by others. It then means that there should be continuity. The people who sponsored last year are still around. So if Ghana Army alone can do what can't be done by the others. I've checked again, Greater Accra itself does not have a website. Whoa! Who does that in this era? Greater Accra. If you go to Facebook, you can, once you type Facebook volleyball, you will find Greater Accra. Maybe somebody might have followed a certain game and decided to put a certain information there. So then you will find something. Maybe Ghana Volleyball did something. Look, if you go onto the website right now, you can't even trace the last All African Games we played on any website for volleyball, aside the National Sports Council, or aside the ministry, or aside the government main website? Is that what we want to do to ourselves? We need to start. Like you mentioned, do we even have a media person there? We don't. How are we? And it boils down to the positioning, the branding, the packaging. Once we're able to do that, last week I asked this, another similar question. Who gives your platform the needed resources to be able to air stuff? Nobody does that. Now almost all the teams have their media teams following them in Greater Accra. So talk of Elwak Wings, Elwak United, Eugene, Calibi, Ghana Army, Ghana Air Force, Ghana Navy, everybody, Osu Youth, everybody is putting something out there. The mother body itself has nothing to put out there. Yeah. So they can as well bring all these teams together and say, okay, this is what we want to do. This is what we have allocated out of our budget for media and publicity. And then there is a team set aside to do proper media work for the association. Once that is done, you put a lot of information out there. Somebody shouldn't call you to get information. Yeah. As a chairman, if people want football information, right now, if I should type Ghana Football Association, GFA website right now, you find out the time Blaster is playing their game. You find out who and who have visited the Blasters at now. As of yesterday training, you could find the videos online where Asamoah was there, whether it was yesterday or some few days, Asamoah was there with them, leading a German session with Blaster. If you go there right now, you find Accra folk, their last training session, how they are preparing to play this weekend's matches. The last time Chairman decided to go off, you could find their publication out there. It was spreading everywhere when Chairman wrote to Ghana Football Association that they are opting out of the league because of two major incidents that brought about the death of Nana Pole. It tells you that somebody is working. I find myself on Ghana Sports WhatsApp group. Ghana Sports WhatsApp group. Every day, football, athletics, table tennis, football, athletics, table tennis. Once in a while, I put volleyball there. Somebody puts volleyball there. But the question is that the information you are putting out there, how authentic is it? Who is giving that information to you? There's a problem. And up until we work on that particular problem, we can never catch the eye of anybody.
There's one thing I want to add. When we look at the Kenya Volleyball League,
yeah,
I think Barako saying that last time we saw something. They have a league that they play all this. And then the league, before you even go and watch the league, you have to pay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Most of their league matches have been played at one center.
Yeah.
So before you can watch the league, you have to pay. At the end of the day, it generates revenue to them.
Yeah.
To the Kenyan volleyball, it generates revenue. Because like the same way, if I think last week like this, Pounds was talking about restructuring the league. As like I think you also did mention about that. We also restructuring the league into a shorter period due to the funds that we are getting from the registration and all that stuff. And it's true because when you look at it, I think it's a laudable idea. Because how much are we getting? And currently now we don't have a sponsorship. Now, so we are trying our best, association trying their best to get sponsorship. So for now, when the league is being shortened to a certain period, at least the allocated funds can be able to support you for them to do something better. So that in that way, could I also just mention regarding about playing 2 league matches maybe in a month, maybe in about 2 weeks. It's a laudable idea because when you're able to do that, able to convey everything back to Betterman there, we'll have a good game.
So you see, aside the security services teams, that is just about 7 of them. We have close to, I think, 16 teams, right? 16. I think it's 16 or 17 or so. If you take the 7 security services out, the rest are all civilian clubs, of which most of their players are either students or workers. None of them does have their training grounds stationed at where you can find everybody. So players have to travel from far and near to training grounds. If we continue to do this to ourselves, you are weakening the civilian teams from participating. And that is where we are getting, when I say we, the security services, the national team. That is where we are getting the raw talents from to be able to develop and grow them into national players. Can you imagine how much Osu is spending on players to come for training alone and go back home? I don't want to talk about Kalibi, I don't want to talk about Elwak Wings, Elwak United, and some few others. I mentioned Osu Youth because that is the center of a certain community. So we presume or we assume that some of their players live in and around the area. But if Osu Youth is spending more, Lapaniers, TCL, we can talk of almost all the clubs. Look, the likes of Tema United, Tema City, and others could not survive the system because traveling from Tema to Accra every day to play matches, traveling from Tema, and most of their players were always in and around Accra. They travel every day to Tema, train. They have to go back to work. Some were coming from Esutare, some were coming from Akosomo and others. Dodoa, when they come, you need to give them transport. They come and spend like 3-4 days, train, they go back, feeding, paying transport for them to go back and all that. Very stressful. Now talk of IPC and others. People are paying money to the league. Nobody is giving them anything for return. The last time I saw one of the clubs play, I asked, what kind of ball are you playing? There's no ball. Now volleyball is costing almost 1,500 Ghana cedis. One volleyball. And so if we are able to do our things well, make the world know our challenges, what is happening to us, who is speaking for volleyball, who is talking for volleyball. How many times have you ever seen even the radio stations, the TV stations calling volleyball for discussions like this? Nobody is doing so. It tells you that something is not right. So we as an association, I think we rather need to borrow the term of the NDC party. We need to reset, reform, reposition ourselves. And when we reset and reform and reposition ourselves, we'll be able to attract a lot of things to help us so that we can help the minister to also be effective to support us.
Yeah. The one venue.
Yeah.
You see, I was just doing a common breakdown on how much we spend on referees.
Yeah.
So we have 8 venues. 8 venues within a week to play matches. So 8. 3 referees at every venue. 3. It means every week we have 24 referees. Rough estimation, if one referee is being given a token of 50 Ghana for transport, Means within a week, we spend 1,200 on referees per week. Now, the league is going to be played for 30 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So, 120 cedis times 30 will give you 36,000 Ghana cedis. That is on officiating. So, at the end of the club's registering, how much are we getting? No, I didn't get you clear. You said, how many referees go to a center at a time? Three. And each one of them is taking 70 Ghana cedis. No, 30 Ghana. I even use 50 Ghana cedis. No, on my. No, they are taking 70 Ghana cedis. No, like me. No. I didn't know how much they are taking. Yes, right. So, if they are taking 70 as of last year, we got to know that they were taking 70 cedis. Okay. Let us do the. So assuming they are taking 70 cedis. 3 is 210 Ghana cedis. 30 cedis, they are taking 70 cedis. 70 by 3 is 210. 24 referees in a week for a week matches times 210. 70 Ghana cedis. Okay. Equal to 1,600 by how many weeks? 30 weeks. 30. It means 5,400, 50,400 Ghana cedi.
That's how much is being spent on referees.
That is how much is being spent on referees.
Yes. For the league.
For the league. How much is the total income? Registration only for team registration income. Because when we want to depend on player transfer, loan, and those things, how many players are being transferred, how many, and how much is the money, sir? I don't even want to add it up. So, why am I doing this calculation? We should cut our coat according to our size. No, if not our size, the size of our cloth. Yeah, the size of our cloth. You see, like why am I saying? Where am I going here? If officiating alone, we are spending 50,400 cedis on officiating. Then how much is left for what?
For water, canopies, and that stuff.
So you can see, within 2 weeks, it means 6,680. Let me go there. I want to do something. I want to arrive on something. 1,680. Times 2. We'll give you 3,360. That's for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks on officials. Do we need 24 of referees to play the 3 days at Botima for 2 weeks leg match? We can need them, probably. You understand? I think we can cut down cost when we use the Botima rather. It will give us an exposure. It will position the volleyball in the height of status. If the 3 days that the association will take the teams to Botima, if only, I said they should go to Ayalo. I will continue to tell them. They should go. And when they go, they should let us know the outcome. They should see Bra Ben. Follow Bra Ben to Ayalolo to go and seek. Why we cannot go there all the time is because of transport, especially to the civil clubs. Now, if we are able to secure Ayalolo 2 buses for every 2 weeks. 2 buses for 2 weeks. They should give us 2 to come and convey us to the place. Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every 2 weeks. Then the civilian club will not have a bigger burden to carry themselves to Botino. We also have service teams. The service teams can even support when they are going. They can even pass by Ewak because we are assembling at Ewak. They can pass by Ewak, pick some of the people to join their buses and go. Yeah. The association can as well make money. They should go to this water factory people, buy it at a low cost from the people. But almost when a lot of people are gathered, food, water, and drink will be sold. They can make profit by a profit by as well as employing volleyball people. Some can be doing the cooking there to sell for profit. Some can sell water. Some can sell drinks and other things. Jerseys, sneakers, a lot. Let us not concentrate our mind only on what somebody is coming to give. If we have this 50 something thousand that we are to use to pay the referees, do you think if we use 20,000 from it to establish a business that will be profitable when we are playing at Botima? They shouldn't watch the electricity that they will pay at Botima alone. If you have all this set up, definitely there will be profit out there to support whatever you want to do with the money. It will give an employment to others, because I want to go and sell pure water there. Even outside people can even come in, but they will pay. They will pay for a place to sell. And where does those money goes? It's because of us that they are coming. Like we went to GIS to play the Super Volleyball Championship. Yeah. Those who came to sell food there were given an allocated of place, and they pay within that 4 or 5 days. Every day they pay. So can't we generate monies from those things to help? You know, they say we have something called rob Peter to pay Paul. So now we are putting this quantum of money down, that this money there is untouchable. It's going to be used for referees for 30 weeks. Do we know what will happen to them? We don't know. So should the money be lying down, doing nothing, when it can have a purpose to generate profits? See, if we don't start from somewhere, we will never end anywhere. We were crying. Ghana, the whole country, were in Lambo that we don't have a facility. We don't have a gym. So if we want to go zone 3, we even go zone 3 at Togo. We go zone 3 Burkina. We go zone 3 Niger, Benin. Are those places are those places better than Ghana? The last time we had something like that was the Solidarity, of which we played it at stadium. Now we have the stadium team. We were playing at Lebanon House. Now we have the facility. Why can't we make good use of the facility? Must we sit and wait for sponsorship to come before we use the facility? I still stand by it. We can play 2 weeks leg match in 3 days. Because don't we play gala?
We do.
Even under the sun, we play gala. They assemble, and NASCO will assemble us to play gala under sun.
A day you play like 2 matches.
2 matches. By now, they say play 2 matches in air condition. Today and tomorrow, you say you can't play. We will be eager. We will be happy to even play. Within that 3 days that we'll be playing there, it will be like the excitement alone there will bring people. We have said our own. So, my brother, they say, Osoro Buani or Buano. Osoro a Bua or Buano. Heaven helps those who help themselves. I think that for all these years, all this while we've been discussing this, somebody's listening to us today. We can get it done.
Yes.
Last week, we were able to, on top of our head, calculate a certain amount, like close to 80-something thousand Ghana cedis. And we got the treasurer coming to confirm some part of it for us. Look, even if we have to play weekly, at Botiman, play all the league matches the weekly, with the analysis my brother has made right now, of which the league is not going to be virtually everybody moving to wherever you want to go and play, but we're all playing at the same place. You'll still be able to find people with what you have and you are investing. When somebody sees that you have something in your hand, the person can come and add on to push you. Can you imagine if NASCO comes on board? And after every match, they are giving a certain package to you, even if it's a simple phone or a simple iron or something. Nokia 1100. Can you feel what is in the person who is receiving it?
It even boosts the players' morale to also.
Yeah, people who kill themselves because they want to get it.
Yeah.
And it arouses interest. Sometimes it even brings that level of development into the game. Look, if you come to Kalibi, you know Kalibi is at Kaukudi Sports Center. In the evening around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 7 p.m., you will find young people below the ages of 9, 7, 11, like that, coming there to play basketball. and there are a lot of times I've sat down to ask myself that, what can we also do to attract some of these children come around for us to teach them? And every community in Ghana, the slightest opportunity they get, they are building basketball something. You find kids finding it so interesting to play basketball. The also she brought it up. It's catching fire everywhere. I think that on any day I'll go with what my brother said. Let's use what we have, put it down, invest it, work on it, and then we can go out there to tell people that this is what we've done with what we have on our own. What can you also bring on board to help us with? And then we come together, do something. When we are playing about him with publicity and visibility alone, catches the fire. When the fire is out there, so would you jana banam to you jana bali and woman and I there. Now you jar. Yeah, yes, sir. There's nothing we can do. If our players can go out there and win top positions. In recent times, Paul Akan has won the MVP in Rwanda. Zone 5 volleyball tournament. He's a Ghanaian. Their league. He won the best setter. Hamid is doing same. Hakim is doing same. Alassane, as at the time he was coming back because he has injury, so he's coming to treat himself and go back.
was one of the top attackers in Africa. During the last All African Games, we had 3 Ghanaian players becoming part of the top players in that particular tournament, both men and women. We have she called Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra is out there.
Sandra is playing big.
Esther is out there.
Esther is playing big. Rashaka is playing big. Out there.
Benedicta is
playing big.
Rashaka and
out there.
Also there.
So, if individually, in teams, in clubs are pushing their players to the top, what is the association doing, man? That's why I said we need to sit at a round table together. Let's have a consultative meeting. Bring everybody's idea on board. Now let's find ways to draft a very good proposal that can help us do this. This Ayalolo thing. You don't even need Ayalolo. Ayalolo is good as big. Can we do it in such a way that seven security services? How many buses can we get? 7. Right? If the association is able to top up fuel for them, could they have picked players? Even before we go to Ayalolo, on our own, could we have done something? The last time Ami came to play Calibi, Ami came with about 12 cars, personal cars. And that was what brought their players, all their players, including their supporters. When they got to know that their ladies were losing against Calibi, we saw more people coming with cars. And even when Calibi saw their cars, that was when they wanted to beat them more. So I feel that, look, Asante has a car. If Asante is picking 4 people in his car, in addition to himself, isn't there 5? Are 5 people going to be there to add up to the number? Yes. But I won't look and do something. Let us start something. Let us do something. And when we have done it and done it well, when others are bringing their money to invest into it, it is easier. I think I support what my brother said.
Yeah, it's true.
You see, during the All African Games at Botema venue there, you could see that a lot of people, a lot of Ghanaians have never sat to watch volleyball in such.
Asante, let me tell you one funny thing. Look, in my church, we closed from church one day. Ghana was going to play. Our ladies were going to play Algeria ladies also. Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Algeria won.
Algeria ladies. No. Yes, Algeria. But before then, there was going to be a match between Seychelles and Egypt.
Yeah.
And then, when I got there, I saw some of my church members in their church clothes.
Yeah.
The Methodist Church Ghana clothes. That day, that was what we were supposed to have worn to church. I changed myself to the place. My God. When I saw them there, and I was sitting at the VVIP, the top there. And then one of them saw me, called me, and oh my God, these people. So they left church, they didn't even go home. I saw a couple from my church, and they were there. The man, once upon a time, when he was a young boy, played volleyball, but even though he didn't play to the highest level, his passion for volleyball is high. He came there with his family.
We have a lot of such people.
You could imagine, because somebody, I saw about 8 immigration officers, because there was an immigration officer in the Ghana team, they were there to come and watch. Can you imagine if immigration is going there to play? Army is going there to play. The number of people who go there to support them.
Yeah. And you see, the fun of it was the Ghana Armed Forces sent a German group to the place. I was once in the stand. A lot of people were making noise and what? If this is how a site net volleyball is, then they won't waste time to go to stadium to go and watch. Have you realized that when even House of Folk is playing nowadays, spectators don't want to even go to the stadium?
Asante, it is even risk-free. You will not go to a volleyball center and that's
You see,
we are too gentle.
so
Too gentle.
So So what can we do to make it work? Like he said, I said in the last week that we did not do stakeholders consultation before the league started. We had the facility. We made a proposal that yes, the service teams, we need to up your money so that we can use Botema because we will pay for one or two things. And we upped it about 100, let's say over 100% to add up to the security services registration fee. So why are we not using them? Is it that we did not budget what we wanted to get before we start the league at Botema? Let's use the place. What is wrong with it?
Somebody's using for chess.
Let's use the place for volleyball. So, you see, like corporate, I don't know what to even use. You can't get them when you don't have numbers.
Yes,
Football is using them because they have numbers. When Blaster is playing, you see Guinness, you see what, you see this. And when they are going for camping, all those corporate bodies support them with finance and whatever it is. That's why when they come, anytime they come, they sleep in big hotels. But when volleyball is national team is camping for international tournament, where do they sleep? Not even level 1 hotel. It doesn't work.
We always travel from our home to training ground.
It doesn't work. You train after training, no fee. Some players even trek from their house, from Labadi to stadium.
They jog all in the name of trying to keep fit.
To go and train national team. When they finish with no food, nothing, then they trek back.
It's sad, man. It's sad.
I think the state has done us dishonors for a long time, so this is the time they have to repay us. Look, but until we position ourselves to where they can also come in. Take Botema, for instance, when you are playing, and with the help of our general, media general, Kwesi platform, showcasing what we have, the talent we have, live to the world, of which I think they are not being helpful to him because at least, if for nothing, the association should have support something like data. He's not even asking you to come and do match. Support with just data. Or if you want proper quality, improve his cameras and other things, support. We can do something to make something. See, GTV will not come and set his cameras and supply pack to come and take coverage of our supply match to Ghana. You understand? Like, there's somebody who is doing it for us.
Yeah.
So what are we doing to support such person? Now, let's go to Botema. If we are to use the place, we should start inviting the people that gives us tournament to be playing. Invite big men. Then bring those people. You understand? Invite those corporate people to come and watch a day match at Botema. Then let them understand, even the sports minister is coming, one is coming. Even if they are not coming, mention they are coming.
No, that one there, I will not support that. That even if they are not coming. The issue is that we should see, they will come. I remember talking to somebody and the person said that the government does not even have money now because there's no money in the coffers. But then, if you're a corporate person, you come. The government will give you the enabling environment for you to be able to succeed, to boost our economy. It tells you that if we do our things right, that the association will open all the doors for us. Tell me, who doesn't want to associate itself with the government of the day? Everybody, every corporate body. Corporate Ghana is ready to work. Asante, look, let me tell you, I swear, if we work well, corporate Ghana will work well with us. It's just a matter of sitting down to put things together well. Now, volleyball, self, how much is our budget? You see, when football, national, 25-man squad or whatever it is, 25 squad is called, including 20 coaches, is going to be paid like those days, 10,000 per match per head. And the whole volleyball team of 12 players or 14 with 2 coaches, with 1 technical director, making roughly 17, cannot be paid like $1,000 per head per match.
That be a bro phone loyalty.
1,000.
So
So three blaster players or 4 or 2 cannot handle the black spikers.
do we even have a brand ambassador for volleyball in Ghana?
Positioning. Branding.
I think we'll go on a short commercial break and then we'll come back and talk about this. And then one thing that I would like us to talk into this is about restructuring the league format.
Yeah.
So I think when we come back from the break, we'll talk into details. So guys, stay tuned and make sure to drop a comment if you have anything to add up to what we are discussing. You can as well do that. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, can't want so much more. So if he said,
So as we said, we have a lot to talk about, and then looking at the comment section, a few people has a lot to also share with us. Okay, we have Progeny Plus Isaac as a hit. Then we have Tompo Lincoln hit, and then we have Francis. Francis, he said about the one venue and the home away issue. I suggest GVA restructure the league to a shorter period in relation to the little accumulated funds. Package the league well to attract investors. I think it's a really good comment. I think that's what we're discussing about, because that will also help a lot. And then again from Plus, a very interesting conversation. Your pundits have a lot to share, but please send a recording. Greater Accra Volleyball Station. Okay, we'll see that. We'll definitely see how this interview will be done. And then Kane, if GVA have an active social media, it will yield to a result. It's about targeting these corporate bodies, reaching to them through social media, targeting the sports minister and NSA. Okay, Stephens. And the president of Ghana. Help will actually come, but we can't be doing the same old thing, expecting different results. Social media will sell you easily. So these are some of the comments from our viewers. And make sure to also drop if you also have anything that you want to share with us. It's very helpful. So Gucci, you're still back again.
Yeah.
Me, with my own concern or my own worries, looking at the fans and how it's like the referee side is taking majority of the fans due to the home and away session that we are playing. The best thing is we shortening the league. When we shorten the league, we're able to cut down costs, and then we will also be able to make the league in two phases. That's like every month, we are playing the league. Maybe every month, 2 weeks of the month, we are playing league sessions. So every match will be planned very well, and then we'll send all the teams to Guatemala there, where we can have a better league being played there. Then with that, even if it's short, at least we are producing something quality. Yeah. So when we give in a quality and then a good performances, really attracting these investors becomes easy, because now we are positioning ourselves that we have the money to do it in our own way. So if you are coming to even support, you will feel like these people are already better, so I have to give them something better. Because one thing that my boss always used to tell me, that's Mr. Doche Divine. He says that even if you are poor, you should always look poor. Like you should have a high standard, because when you look like you are poor and you like you're going to ask somebody for money, the person will be like, why should I even support you? Because you even drain me all. But when you dress well and then you present yourself very well, the person will see that you are really serious. Yeah. But even if you don't have anything, you see that you are really serious. So the best is what we also planning. And Coach Asante has shared a lot regarding on how the Greater Accra Volleyball Association can even make a lot of money playing the game at. And it's true, because at the end of the day, Greater Accra is even hosting the league. So you can have a lot. Anybody that will sell there, you have to pay money before you sell. Yeah. A lot of things. Even if anything that you do, a lot, can be able to generate a lot of money from that side. And then we're able to adapt to the league to make things better. So at the end of the match, after every match that is being played, players can be awarded MVPs. We have to make the league attractive. So,
you see, my brother, I keep saying that everything is working out for good for us. But then, if we don't do it well, everything will work towards us in a bad way. We have a sports minister who is not a football freak. He loves everything sports. We have a youth authority person who is a very young man, Malik Basintali, CEO. We have a youth minister who is a young man. He loves sports. We have a majority leader of parliament
who loves sports. We have an educational minister who loves sports to the extent that he even has a football team. I mean, we have a president who loves sports. Yeah. We have a sports authority CEO now, or the Director General, Laopofang Ankara, who we have traveled with during our playing days. I remember in 2005, 2006, 2007, we traveled to Niger, and we had, is he Natanarapo? Yes, the sports journalist who normally hosts the boxing programs. He followed us to the place. He was with us in the bus. And when we got to Niger and we qualified to all African games, he was like, guys, you could try. I never knew it was tedious like this. And he was ready to propagate volleyball. I remember in Algeria, all African games, Charles Osesibe, Abate, they were all shouting for volleyball. This gentleman who has now relocated to the US or UK, what's his name? He used to be with Adom FM then. His in-law happens to be Maghreb TV. He's always on him like that. All these people are there. Even in our current times, we have the likes of Onia TV sports director, what's his name? Alfredo. And his people every time following volleyball. And I keep asking myself, oh my God, man. We can't even position ourselves for interviews on TV. We can't. The One League Center can help. Where, after every match, when Kalibi played Casland, after the game, there was TV interview. They interviewed the head coach. They interviewed some of the players. As I yesterday, the news, I saw Kalibi against Ghana Army. He mentioned that Kalibi trashed Ghana Army. Woto. It was a media publication. It tells you that somebody is doing something somewhere. This one, if the association wants us to kneel and beg, we'll speak with them. Look, it is not far gone. We can still go back to the system. Look, we can even suspend the league for 2 weeks. Come back to the drawing board. Let's see what can be done. If we start well, this is a fresh year, first year for this government. If we start well, if we push well, if we engage well, if we sell ourselves well, there are people out there who will be able to help us. Immigration has a lady called Talata Yuni, Rita. Very fantastic PR lady. Very fantastic PR lady. Can we push her? She speaks well. She does a good job. I know Ghana has a very good PR team. Can we poach? I know Kalibi has a very good PR team. I know Ewakun has a very good PR team. Can we poach all these people? Form a central team. Let them do the PR work for us. For now, let's engage them and tell them, look, we don't have enough. Help us build. And when the honey starts dropping, something can go into your mouth. Look, my guy, volleyball played on the sun is long gone. That is why sometimes, even in beach volleyball, you see it being played in the night. Because the sun alone is killing you. It's killing you. It's making the players not look. They are always dehydrated, and so they need water constant. But when you're playing the gym, it makes you the injury even becomes less. In recent times, it was all over the news that Boteman, that is supposed to be a place for sports and recreation, is being used for church. Why are we not positioning ourselves to be able to have that place used by ourselves? Let us go back to the drawing board. This one, we are speaking to Greater Accra Volleyball Association executives. They should come again. We can do it all. We can do it. And change the face of indoor sports. Once we do it, we open the door for basketball. We can open the door for badminton. We can open the door. Now, boxing has an arena. When was the last time you ever saw boxing being featured in Accra Sports Stadium? Hitherto, it was done there. And then the park will get sport. But once through Honorable Neil and Tevan Dapoy, with the first term of President Mahama, that was in between 2012, 2013 to 2016, they built the boxing arena at Bukom. By the grace of God, under President Nanado and his team, under the former minister Mustafa Amin, or Adelaide, or that's the sports minister's name then. Yes, under the leadership of the then finance minister, interior minister, everybody came on board. That Boteman was also built for us. Can we go back to this current government who has assured us that they have even changed the system in giving us sports and recreation ministry? Can you imagine if we are playing volleyball there and out of nowhere we start attracting foreign partnership to be able to host Zone 3 Volleyball Championship here? The kind of investment or the income it will bring into Ghana. If we are hosting the Wapoga Games, West Africa Polytechnic Games, when we are hosting it here and playing it in Boteman, the amount of money we are going to get into the country, the people, other countries will come with foreign money and they will exchange it in our country. We have not looked at the economic benefits. Well, Asante mentioned of employment. Some of our young people are caterers. During the All African Games, Accra Brewery came to set up beer, this thing there. Yeah. And people were buying beer like something. They say beer, they're not there. And people come out of the gym, they come to drink. Go back, excitement. Everybody was happy. I can see you are just imagining it in your mind when we get there and then there's something happening. And that's what I said. There was fufu joint, there was Indomie, at the swimming pool session, everybody was coming there. The last time I drove through Boteman, I felt so sad. So sad. Can we get a place engaged again? Who sit down and see her? No one nipan my dynasty. And that place was not built for church. It was built for sports. Let's take advantage of that. Go into it. Fight for it. Work on it. Make ourselves visible. And then we can make money to support volleyball.
Yes. I was happy when my brother said,
he saw army people coming with a lot of cars when they it was nice, you see. For some of the things, especially their president, which is Bernard Muna.
His Excellency.
His Excellency
Yes.
Bernard Muna.
Yes.
He's doing well. We didn't want him to feel bad at his backyard, painting the court, buying canopies, chairs, and other things.
Look at
not
you.
to waste his money.
Look at you.
So, you know, we started very well. The ladies beat them, I think, 25-16. Then we have to tell them to slow down. Things will get spoiled.
We have not gotten there
They
yet.
should slow down.
Asante, we have not gotten there yet. Let's talk about.
I didn't say anything when you were saying it. They will say, oh, so after that, you say, oh, ladies, you just dash them this game. We wanted to do it with the men as well. But when the ladies finished, then we started hearing a whole lot of stories. Hey, who is army? Who is army? Then the guys heard it. Then they became mad. Say, what? Calibi for what? And we all saw what happened. We just draw the artillery bombs on them like they are not. You see, we don't want to be fighting like infantry. We will stand aside and be dropping, shoveling the bombs on them like that. Oh, you see, coming back to the restructuring of the league. See, we started the league somewhere, I think 20-something of February. So it's assumed we started the league February. And we are ending 19th of October. Well, that's about 8 months. Then apart from that, 8 months for only the league. Now, when you come to other tournaments, we are using almost a month and some few weeks to play all other tournaments, including the national league. So, if you watch on the 25th October, as the league ends 19th, the reason why we are asking them to restructure it, the league will end somewhere 19th of October. Then, at the end of the league, 19th October, right there, a week, which will be somewhere 25th of October, we are playing top 8. You understand?
Yeah.
See the duration. What is the preparation of the teams to go into the top 8? The top 8 is also like the league, because you play knockout, like beating you out and facing each other. Then, after that, the knockout will end, the top 8 will end somewhere 2nd November. 2nd November, then 9th November, we are playing champion of champions. See, you finish top 8. After top 8, almost a week, you are playing champion of champions. Then, on the 9th is champion of champions. On the 16th, you are playing super championship. Super champion. Whoever won here and here will beat here again. Now, the projected national league, after on the 16th champion of champions, the national league is starting on the 19th, 3 days after the team. And it's assumed the teams that will play the champion of champions or the super championship are the same teams going to play the national, because if you are not at the top there, you can't play the national league. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So 3 days after the super championship, you are going to play national league. Can you imagine the stress? 3 days, 1 week, 3 days. Now, after the national league, we have the SVC. Before Black Quesies Award the climaxes, the whole. No, there will be another tournament also coming. There's going to be a surprise tournament. So, why can't we restructure the league, short it in a way that we can finish this, give some period, take this tournament, give some period, take this tournament, because the league alone has occupied the whole year.
It's taking almost like 8 months or 10 months.
8 months. Meanwhile, we started February, so it's taking 8 months. 8 months in addition to February. There's going to be rainy season. Some of the matches will be called off. Now we are playing home and away, or venue system. So if this month ending, or let's say the rain start April and ends June,
It has
2
started.
months.
The rains have started.
2 months. And when it starts, matches will be postponed. So the proposed date of on the 19th of October 7th is not rest assured. We will still be having our Sunday matches. So there is the need for them to sit and cut our coat according to our cloth.
Yes.
Like Abeku said.
Yes.
So see, I like Abeku so much to the extent that sometimes he is trying to be like Kofi Wayo. God damn it. The cadamment is becoming too much. Oh, if we are playing the whole thing at Botema, there will be no outstanding matches, rain-off matches. How would rain-off matches come? You can play 2 weeks match, like my proposal, 2 weeks, 2 weeks match, week 3, week 4 will be played at week 4 at Botema. So when you go, you are playing week 3 matches on Friday, starting from Friday. Then when we end, maybe Saturday morning. I know I ended Saturday morning, so my match starts from when I start Friday. If I play first match coming, it means I'm starting from there. Then these people also take some rest, then continue from Saturday evening to maybe Sunday, conclude on Sunday. It saves time, it saves money. So all what they need to work out is how to acquire the Botema. Now we have acquired the Botema to use. I learned they said they were talking about electricity bill or something. Sure. Let's start from what we can start with. And I know they should also consult the National Association. Use that medium through the minister. Electricity at Botema. Botema is government installation, unless I am lying.
It is.
If it is government installation, the league that we are playing, if we play the league, and national want people to go and represent like Blaster, like the Spikers, is it not the same league inside that we take the players from? So wouldn't it be nice for the clubs to groom the players more for national to use? I still stand by my words.
Okay.
Let's go back to the drawing board, get it right, use the Botema throughout all the matches. We don't care if we are playing one round to have a time for the other tournament, the National League and Kudu. It's too packed. The year activity is so packed. And through this, we will still be having some surprise tournament, like he said. Maybe NASCO will come, maybe one will come, Yokohama will come, Kura will come, and
Bernard Mona's volleyball championship will come.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
So they should do us that favor. Abegu has already been a beg. So I'm standing on top of Abegu's head, on his knees, to play that we can do it, and let's do it. Let's start. Because if you don't start, you will not end. They say a journey of 1,000 miles. Begin with a step. So if you don't take the step, let us not think of how much we are going to spend on what, how much we are going to spend on referee, how much we are going to spend on that, how much we are going to spend on this. Let's start with what we have. Plan it accordingly. It will work. It will work.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So we'd like to go on a short break. We'll come back and we'll talk about the last week's surprises of the league match result.
That was surprise. That
We'll
was
talk about
surprise.
that.
I
Guys,
give to a baby.
We'll be back soon. Welcome back, guys. So, our last topic for the day is the volleyball league features that happened last week, and we have some surprising results. So, we had Calibi women against Army women. So Calibi won 3-1. I think Coach Abe has really talked about him, and then I think he knows what he was preparing for. That's why he knows what he has prepared for. That's why last week he was so confident. I was like, hey, I mean it's very big, oh. He can't just go and swallow there like that. Yeah. So I think that was one of the most exciting match for the week. And then aside from that, we had Police against Awak United. Police won 3-0. We also have Air Force against Navy. I think we were expecting Navy to take a set from the Air Force.
Navy should have beaten Air Force 3-0.
The women's side.
I'm telling you. I am telling you. I mean, we'll go into the discussions of all the various games.
Yes, and then we had Awak Wings, which also beat OSU 3-0. Fire Service won 3-0 against TCL. And Prisons and then Catalan was postponed. So, Coach so I think you were there, and then you can please throw us some few light on what happened.
Okay.
Between your match against Army.
Thank you. I think that the match of the week, aside what we witnessed between Army and Calibi, if you give me the chance to choose the match, the proper match of the weekend was Air Force against me. I remember last week, Coach Asante mentioned that for such games, it's not about form guy. It's mostly about trying to show superiority, who is who. When it comes to Army, Air Force, Army, Navy, Army, Navy, Air Force. And on Sunday, you could see it happening. It was not a form guard game. It was a game well planned and calculated and prepared for. Fortunately, this one, I would want to urge everybody, go to QwesieTV and you'll find a link there to watch that particular game. It was live. And we're there to telecast it. Look, my brother, I will talk about Calibi later. But if you look at the Navy team, the crop of players they have put together for the women, they are all young girls. And young girls, I mean, averagely, the average age you find in that team might be 21 years. If you put the older age, the younger age, average, you strike the average, 21 years. And when they are playing, they play with every precision in volleyball. The only problem that made them lose all the sets was just that it was a tactical play. It was a tactical play that made them lose. Air Force took advantage of the fact that they wanted to show that they are the league champions. So, defending champions, and then they don't want to die like that. But let me tell you, if Navy had taken their chances, they would have beaten Air Force 3-0 with the women. It was a hot game. They gave Air Force a run for their money. One disadvantage we found that day was the court. The slipperiness of the court. And I would want to appeal through Greater Accra Volleyball Association to Ghana Navy. If something can be done about the court, it's a good cause. It's a fantastic area to play volleyball. But then the paint on the court should be looked at. It's very, very slippery. And for players to get injured will be a problem for us. And so I would want to say that that game was solid. We also monitored OSU's against Awak Wings that particular weekend. They also played on Sunday. Yeah. I was expecting OSU to have given Awak Wings a very tough game. But by the time we realized this is what happened. And I mean 25-19, 25-16, 25. In a way, I didn't. Yes, I knew Liverpool could win the game, but bringing it to a 3-0 game was something that I didn't expect. Let me go back to Navy Air Force game. Sorry, I didn't expect Navy to give that particular performance. Because Navy we have known in the past years has always been down there. But when I saw the performance, it made me understand that there's something in the Navy team. Now let's come to Khalid. We conquer in all directions. Look, last week I sat here by my brother and I told him, my brother, look, he forgot the man. The army is big. But if you give me the option to play you the way I want to play, I'll beat you hands down. They came into the game seeing us as underdogs. And we lost the first set 25-19. I got so sad. And then we looked at their tactical play on the bench. They called me the laptop coach. So along the line, I had to now set, anytime there is timeout, I don't go to join the other coaches, talk to the players. So we started putting the strategies together to counter them. And lo and behold, the second set, 25-21 against Ghana. The third set, we beat them. And then the fourth set was where the fearsome of the game came into being. Where you could see Asante not being able to settle down. Because he could not accept the embarrassment that was coming. Asante could not accept the embarrassment that was coming. And he enjoyed it. After he wanted to say that he had a big game in the chair more. He lie. We intentionally prepared, planned to fight him. And I'm sending the same warning to Ghana Air Force, to Ghana Navy, to EWAC Wings, to Ghana Navy, to TCL, that whoever is coming to play Calibi should watch out. Because we are conquering in all directions. Fire service against TCL, well, everybody knew there was going to be a pushover. So for the women's side, I think that these games were games that we all expected. Apart from the Army Calibi game that came up as a surprise to everybody. Everybody knew that Army has an all-round team. We played the game with just about 10 players. Aside the 6 on the bench, we had 4 sitting on the bench. Out of the 10 players that we played with, 4 of them were sick. We have players who have not reported to camp yet. But Army came with about, you can imagine, 39 players.
All at the bench.
And I love the thing that team of Army. I mean, yes, there were a few tensions here and there, but I think it was an exciting game to watch. On Saturday morning, it was a very lovely game to watch. And so, when we all keep the standard like that, it will still enhance the volleyball game to a different level. I want to say thank you to Army for giving us a very serious competition. And we pray that they win their next matches. They can win all the matches, but typically again as supply. We want them to invite all the generals come and watch that game. And then they will have the feel of volleyball in Ghana against Calibi.
You see,
I am always happy when you say when you start laughing, and at the end of the day, you start to cry. You say who laughs last laughs the best, man. So you know the leg is in and out. Like
as it has been structured, of which we are looking at it in a way that they will restructure it in a sense that it can be limited. There was a few hinges on the part of the referees that, when you are on heat and like something like hiccup, like pause in to delay, like a delay movement of the game. It changes a rhythm.
Yeah.
Volleyball is about rhythm. When you have your rhythm, you are going. Unless something else happens. I was very happy with the performance of my ladies team. I think that was the first in some years that I've seen them playing a good defensive game.
Yeah, I mean that day
on that very day. Yeah. Like looking at it, most of the players are yet to report.
Hey, anyone nowadays,
you see, when we talk of players, it's not we have players of regular play. The likes of Bazao, Beatrice, Toku, Charity, and Co. You can see those are our main machines. The doctors play by because of we are lucky. We only have one outside hitter. That's position 4 player. Lydia was the only person. So we have to force and push some of the middle players or position 3 players to play on that role. I think with the little, I would say they did very well on that very day. And luck wasn't on their side. They lost out of luck, and we've not played any league match since they have the first test of their league match. And let me tell you one thing: we lost the match because we gave them the tool to lose, to use and win. They realized our big guns were not there. They forced to play friendly match. If we don't play them, it will be like, we are not trying to be helpful to them. So we gave them that opportunity. But like we said, you see the annoyance of the ladies team after the game when they were jobbing, talking, it kills the guys.
But we didn't talk.
We
didn't talk.
It even killed. Then I want to send this to our referees. They should be up and doing. Not that when some coach sits somewhere and think he has read something new, then he wants to come and implement. Then referees also take and implement.
Yeah.
The rules of screening is there. The rules of screening is there. And punishment or penalties attached to it is also there. There's no way a player like where I'm standing and this man was standing, then referee will call for screening. It's never here or there.
Well,
then at the point in time, referees were even telling players to open gap like from here to I don't know where they should go and even stand.
I think the interpretation.
Yes,
the interpretation.
I'm coming.
Should be done well by the referees.
Yes. So it got to a time, even that particular moment, the association chairman even have to come in, and it slows the pace of the game. I know my girls on a good day and a bad day. I know. So on that, I would say the chairman should address it very well so that it will be happy. This is all what we are talking about. That we should go to one venue so assuming he was not there.
I really know all this.
You understand?
Yeah.
It is not good. So if we all assemble at one place to play or one venue system to play, everybody will be there. When something is going wrong, it was disgusting for a media scene since the match was going viral and referees didn't know what the interpretation of the screening is about.
But
see, the thing is not saying don't bunch up. I can decide to go with my old system. You can't tell me I shouldn't go with the old system. It's not automatic that I am position 2 player, so I should go and stand at 2 when I am serving. There's nothing like that. I can decide to stand here and change to that side when the service is. I can decide anything, but not when you say you see the 3 players standing at a particular place and they are serving the ball to a particular place and you are calling for screening. What is the screening? If the position is at this side and the server is at this side, serving to this side, what makes it a screening? A screening is where they position themselves in a way that you serve ball, look over them, with preventing the opponent from seeing the serve and the server. They should come play. I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I also came back. I read it before. I came back to read it again, and it says nothing of that sort. And to the point that taking a point against a team on the first note.
There's something about the screening that they're talking about now. The screening, no, it's when you raise your hand above your head.
No.
Is it when you raise your hand above the head, or when you are the 3 of the players are just standing together?
So
most
the
of the time,
interpretation of the rule says that screening refers to a tactic where players use their bodies or positions to obstruct the opposition team from seeing the ball or the setter's intention. Now, screening happens when player stands in the way of opponent, making it difficult for them to track the ball or the movement of the setter. So once anything you do, so if, for instance, like he's saying, we are standing here, the 2 of us, and one person standing in our middle, maybe at our back, but then in the middle, and then that player, maybe the serve goes through his head or over whoever. That is why they say when you stand, at least there shouldn't be enough movement to make somebody feel that you are blocking his view.
Okay.
You see, volleyball is a small piece of place that we play. I think 9 by 9 on a separate court. No matter where you stand, you block somebody's view. It depends. No, it depends. It depends where you are standing. You get me?
Yeah.
If I stand here, me alone, if I stand here and the server stands behind me to serve, I did not raise my hand. Automatically, I will be blocking somebody's view. So they should come clear with the interpretation. More like me, myself. About 6 players, where should they stand? The moment they stand and close in to block a view, it's screening. Whether you raise your hand or put it down, it's screening on the net. But when it is vast open, like maybe a foot, I say a foot, a meter away. How does it make a screening? Then to the extent that referee is now calling the player to go and stand here, this man go and stand here so I will end it there for that particular
I think next week
now,
we'll have to talk about this.
Now, going back to the matches last week, which is week 3 matches, I think Calibi did very well. We accepted defeat. We played our best, but they were the best for them.
Well done.
You are a senior
men, so anytime we
yes,
the junior put something.
Yeah, we have to commend them for a very. You see, on that very day, we were up over them, but what helped them? They kept their focus, their composure, and their determination worked for them on that very day. So, coming back to Police EWAC Youth, we said it here on that day that Police will win the day, but they shouldn't be complacent on that day. Air Force Navy, even though Navy lost 3-0 to Air Force, the women's side, but it was a game to watch. It was a very nice game to watch. Navy went into the game like an underdogs, went as underdogs, and they nearly pulled surprises, if not because of 1 or 2. Yeah, like they should have even carried the game against Air Force. Then EWAC wins Usu. I said it here that the superiority of civilian clubs, everybody wants to be the king of the civil street. So Ewa Wings was able to tell you that for some years we are your big father. So when you see us, treat us as fire service this year. Fire service is also coming. So I think they are also a team to watch. Throughout my entire volleyball career, as a player and as a coach, team that I fear to play most is fire service. You can play all your attack.
So pick all.
They will defend all your attack. They are the most defensive team I've ever witnessed in Ghana. So I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised when they carried the day. The prisons, I don't know what is happening. You see, what we talk about communication, maybe me, my team, maybe they've told me prisons were not released early. But it should be the communication should go viral. It should go out there for all people to be known. Say prisons were not released on time. If it goes out like us is going now, prisons were not released on time. Nobody knows the reason, and I think it's not helping the league because your release will not hold me off, so that I will come back and play you again.
Yeah.
Outstanding match. When I don't have any outstanding match to play, then I'll be looking for another outstanding match because prisons were not released. And it is very bad. So they should also watch that side. I think I would say the match of the week was Calibi against Ami.
The ladies.
That is the ladies. That is where the exhibition of volleyball was shown. Thank you.
Okay, so a quick one because and then the guys match too. I think the match of the week for the guys said I'll go for
the Navy
against Air Force. And I think if I'm choosing side, not because Air Force has been a good team always, but like I'll choose Navy. Even though they lost, I think I'll let for the guys better the performance that they give there because they really played well. Because it's not easy playing Air Force like that. Because they're really they have
the
a
guys.
good squad. The guys,
Yeah.
guys. So for both results, the men's side, the match of the week will be against Air Force and then Ghana Navy. And then the women's side that will be against Calibi and Ghana. I mean the women's side.
There was another one to the TCL against Fire. Men.
The men.
It was also pound for pound. It was a heat contest. 3-2 against Fire. And if you watch the set, the score for, you will see that 108 against 98.
Really close.
Very close. Now if you watch the Navy against Air Force, it was 101 against 106 for Navy.
Very tight.
A lot of things happened during that match, and I think they have to look at it critically because I saw it in the way he said, like, you don't go to match venue with results in your pocket. That is the way I feel, and it shouldn't be because it is this team there. This team have to be diplomatic. From all indication, efforts was to pay dearly for undermining or underestimating the might of the Sharks. I said it here on that day. That match of such is a traditional match. It is not about who have form, who have top players. It is a matter of superiority. And Navy really showed that when it comes to armed forces, they are the superior over Air Force.
Yeah.
So on that day, I say the team of the week was Navy. On that week, I rate Navy to be the team of the week.
Okay, so let's look at the features, this week's features.
So I just want to make a quick comment on the Navy Air Force game, the men. One of the things that I realized was that
it's either the game was bigger than the referees officiating the game, or the referees were not well prepared for the game. Look, there was an incident that happened that got me shocked throughout my entire volleyball career. Look, let me give you a typical example. For a point to be awarded to a team, there was a foul call on whether it was screening or something. There was rotational foul, something like that. Rotational foul call. Yeah. And after the rotational foul call, there was a serious heated argument between both teams, where coaches from sides went onto the court. There was a lot of confusion. Then it was resolved by the referee's interpretation. Then the point was given to Ghana Navy. There was one rally played. Another point was won, where Air Force was going to serve. After timeout, Air Force was about 7, and then there was a timeout. It means Air Force also got another point. Yeah. Then there was a timeout. Just after the timeout, referee calls for reserve of the first incident. Wow! Who does that? Look, at that moment, I started asking myself questions. Where are we going to? So, like I mentioned, it's either the referees were not on top of the game, or they were not ready for the game. We should be at a position where we can make our referees understand that this game is our game. They should have an authority on the game. Once upon a time, there was a Cameroonian referee, Referee Ngologo. Anytime I talk, I mention him. Look, Kashmir Agbanyaga, the national coach in Algeria, 2007. Look, I gave him a certain pass, push for, and he played. Powers, front court to short pass, to him home. The referee looked at us and then called out. Just upon looking at him, was a card. He owned the game, he controlled the game. The game was bigger than the referees. Yeah. Probably the association underestimated that game because of Navy's past record. In the last season, Navy was not a team to write home about. Yeah. At this time, the crop of players they brought into the team to remember their team, I mean, whoever takes them for granted will suffer. It was a game, and then to the extent that Navy should have beaten Air Force 3-1. The fourth set, there was an out ball that referees took that point for Air Force. And there I told Kwesi that, look, if they give this point to Air Force, that will be a turning point for Air Force. And lo and behold, it happened. I feel that, just as Asante mentioned, no referee should go to the game center with scores in their mind already. It's going to create a lot of confusion. It should happen so that we can stop these complaints and fight over points, one single point. The coaches are fighting each other, and then there's a lot of argument. Referees are also not making it look so attractive for us. Please, we are pleading with them. That game was uncalled for. That particular point was uncalled for. And then after the game, you go to them and ask them why they said they just wanted this to play. This to play in what sense? I mean, for this one, it's something that we need to have a certain discussion on it. Yeah. Then we can move on.
Yeah. So I think let's go to the table now to see who are those that are leading the table now, because there are still a lot of matches to be played. So currently now we have the league table.
So I can look at the men's game, the men's league table. You have UG. UG is pulling surprises. They were a team that I didn't foresee them after the first 2-3 matches. They will be on top of the league table. I mean, a big time surprise. Ghana Navy, as I mentioned, coming second. Look, if you look at the set score between Ghana Navy and then Ghana Air Force, you realize that Ghana Navy has more points than Ghana Air Force, who won 3. And so when they shared the point 1-1, it put Ghana Navy second.
So I think so far Ghana Navy has played 2 matches.
2 matches, yes. And a point. Usually has also played 2 matches. So far, Ewa Queens has played 1, Ghana Police 1, IPC 1, Ghana Army 1, Ghana Air Force 1. But Ghana Air Force winning 3-2 should not give them 2 points. 2 points. Oh, okay. So maybe 1. Okay, alright. So now you have La Paniers playing 2, Elwak United playing 2, Osui playing 2, TCL playing 2, Fire playing 2, Calibi playing 2, UG and Navy also playing 2. The rest are playing 1-1. So I mean the league table looks fairly okay. Yes. Maybe the second week will give us the fourth week will give us a different thing. Now, if you look at the women's table, I mean, with Fire Service having 4 points, coming second to Calibi playing 2 matches and winning both 2 matches, winning 6 points. It's something to be very, very okay with. But then, both Calibi and all the teams standing by should know that when it comes to women volleyball, it changes varies. For the men, if a team gets up and stays on top of the league, it's always difficult to take the person off. But for the women, it changes. And so that is where the competition is going to be. For this year's women league, there will be a lot of surprises. Everybody should watch out. And the table is also looking very, very attractive, very, very good. We hope to see changes in the coming weeks, and then we can move on.
So I think let's look at the week 4 league pitches. We have some exciting matches.
So apart from Prisons, everybody's playing.
No, and the Watkins is also rolling races.
Because the Watkins was supposed to have played Prisons. So.
So we have that will be 4 matches Saturday. La Paniers against Ghana Police. We have Fire Service against Ghana Navy. Then we also have Ghana Air Force against Legion. And Saturday again we also have Osu against Ghana Army. Then Ewak United against Immigration. So all of these matches will be on Saturday. And then on Sunday we have PC against Castle. We have IPC against Calibi. So I think IPC against Calibi, is it men only or men and women?
Only men.
Only men.
IPC doesn't have women.
So looking at this one, I think that the match for the week for Saturday is hopefully between Elwak United and Immigration.
It's not true.
So which match again do you think will be one of the toughest matches?
The match for Saturday, the top match for Saturday, that everybody should follow. Top match, very, very top match. Air Force UG.
Air Force UG?
Yes.
The men, both the men and women?
Yes. Look, UG women beat Ewak Youth. Look, Ewak United 3-0.
But you should know that...
No, I know. Look, looking at the game Air Force play against Ghana Navy, the women, and looking at what UG produced in their first game, I didn't want their second game. I think that last week they didn't play the match. The women didn't play the match because they played TCL. No, I think they played a certain team like that. For UG women did not play last weekend because their men played IPC. So they were not able to. No, their men played Lapaniers. Lapaniers. UG played Lapaniers. Yes. And then they won 3-0. But look, my brother, on any day, I can tell you that UG will put surprises against Air Force. They're women. They have nothing to lose.
Oh, yes.
If Air Force beats them, it's no news. If they beat Air Force, it's news. For the men's side, unless miracle happens and Air Force is able to recapture whatever happened to them with Navy, and then the spirit comes back. Other than that, UG will give them the ransom. It's a game everybody should go and watch. It's being played at Air Force Base. Air Force Base. It's a cracker. Now, if you pick Ghana Army, Osu Youth has been wounded by Elwa Queens last weekend. Osu Youth against Army. It's not that Osu Youth can beat Army, but if Army messes up, they'll surprise them.
Yeah, definitely.
And every year it has been like that. It is something to watch, a game to watch. Elwak United Immigration should not play with those small girls. They can put surprises on them. For the men, it's going to be a balanced game.
That's what I'm talking about. Because the men's side,
It's going to be a balanced game for the men. For the women, immigration women should not take Elwak United for granted. Because it's going to be immigration's first match to play.
for the season.
Yes. United has played 2 matches. And so for them, they have the feel in the game already. If you joke with them, they'll disgrace you. Fire Service Navy. For the women's side, it's going to be a fearsome game. For the women's side. But for the men's side, looking at the performance of Navy last weekend, it's going to be a pushover for Navy.
But I think you should. Fire Service are really playing well. And then it depends on the team that they are playing in.
Is it the men or the women?
I mean the men's side.
The men's. No, I'm not saying they are not playing well. I'm saying that if you look at the performance of Ghana Navy, men against Air Force, who are the defending champions, if they keep up the same momentum and spirit, they will beat Fire Service 3-0 hands down. Because the guys are playing some wicked volleyball. I saw them play. Like I'm saying, probably because they were playing Air Force, maybe. But if the tactics stay same with Coach Rundown standing on their bench, I mean touchline directing affairs, I don't think that Air Force will have it, Fire Service will have it on a free day. But like I'm saying, the women's game, Air Force Navy, it's a game to watch. It's been played at Fire Service Navy. Being played at the Accra Sports Stadium in the morning. Everybody should troop in and watch. Top game. Top game.
Yeah. I think we've said a lot about the league standings. I think it's too early since we have about 28 matches more to go. So I wouldn't go there. But looking at the fixtures for week 4, like you said, Air Force UG. I've not had enough time to watch the UG team playing. So, like I said here the last time against them, if you win the league, your complacency level is not high. If care is not taken to sharpen it, who is against you. So, Air Force should watch out. They should put their asses together, polish it hard. I know the men had it quite tough at Navy, but at the end of the day, they were able to carry us victorious.
This time they should prove to us that, as people are saying, they went under the mercies of referees. I want to believe it's not true. So they should use the UG to sacrifice. They should sacrifice the UG team to
Redeem themselves.
yes, redeem themselves.
Okay.
Then Ami Osu. Osu is one of the teams that have been tormenting Ami when it comes to Greater Accra volleyball. Even when we are at our top peak, they always want to surprise us. So
Next week. Don't worry.
this time around, we will go there with no experiments. We are going there with force. Now, Immigration Ewa United is also a match to watch. But on the Army Osu, I don't know, it was stated Air Force Base, but I think it's Osu. We are playing it at Osu.
Okay. So
So
guys,
for Sunday, Calibi IPC,
IPC.
strong match to watch. I will use that game, especially with the men game. I'll say that game is the talk of the town, which starts a new week. And I entreat people to also troop to the Medina Presbyterian Church to watch that match on Sunday. It is a crash. Let me say something. After playing with Calibi team, I will say it's not a team to underrate. On a bad day, we will put a surprise on you. They are a team who have nothing to lose, so they play all out. So IPC should watch out. Even though they are playing home, I know they always play on Sunday after church so that their church members will come and give offer correction after the match. But if they don't take time, the offer will remain in their church members' pockets if they underestimate the Calibi team. I say it's a team to watch. So, had that not been the one against the ladies, like we could have showed them mercy. But with that, I would not say they are very bad. They are a bad team. They are a very solid team to watch. So IPC should stay focused if they want to win that match. It will be an exciting game. And myself, I will be there to watch. I've asked a big group to pick me up so that we go together. I don't want to go there with my car. So no, if they lose, maybe I'll walk with my neck. So you see, playing Army last week gave us a certain understanding. We lost to Army 3-1.
Yeah.
After Army beating us the first two sets, we picked the third set. No, it was second set. Okay, so we picked the second set. After the first set, we picked the second set.
That was 1-1.
Yes. And then the third set, we realized that they now started bringing their top players into the game. They brought a top national setter. I mean, Bernard Benifo. Daniel Benifo, sorry. And then out of nowhere, everybody calls him the Lampard of volleyball. His level of play changed the game for them. And so you could see Alassane everywhere, banging the balls anyhow. We got the opportunity to play IPC in friendly matches before the league started.
They give you water.
We lost both games in our home and at their home.
Yeah.
But you see, they say the housefly, who does not have anything to give out, knows how to clap the hand. to you. We are not in any way in competition with anybody. Tomorrow, now Sunday afternoon, the round rubber ball will show the difference between a friendly match and a league match.
Okay. Okay.
IPC should watch out for a fearsome game they have never experienced before. They should watch out.
Okay.
And Greater Accra Volleyball should watch out
For Calibi.
for Calibi on Sunday.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we are about to wrap up, and then if you guys have anything to say, you can drop it in the comment section. You can also pick out your top matches that you would like to also maybe predict the scores for the matches that will be played over the weekend. So, Kochi, some few words before we go.
I would say mine is still pleading. Like Abeku's knee is so on the ground. So I'm standing on top of Abeku for his knees to pain him the more.
Yeah.
To beg the association to take the venue to Botema. Yes, maybe a before a more pine. Let's say honey here there. Wow, you players. A castle you be shoot piece you. Normal call outside. Normal different level of excitement in the playing of in the field of playing to adapt to our volleyball in Ghana. See, I realized something from the Rwandan. Is it that Rwanda is far better than Ghana? Our players that goes to Rwanda perform better than even the Rwanda people their team.
Rwanda lost to Ghana.
Now, so they have developed their game in such that clubs in Rwanda are buying players from Cuba, US, and other places. So what is it about? How did they start? You understand?
Yes, sir.
So it tells us that the Rwanda is playing professional. And if you watch their lay, it's so exciting. They have the chance to make markets of players by selling their jersey numbers, jerseys, and other things to build up monies for the players. So, you think if they were to be playing all venue centers, like how will people go and buy those things? Those days, when people are going to stadium to watch football, they are going there with the likes of Frank Amankwa, Abedi Pele, Mohamed Gago. They mention names. They mention names to go and watch. Those names are in volleyball. When you can have the likes of Police is playing, Botema, Amano, Abid, Alasan, Lord, Choco. You see,
Rafiq,
a lot. We have them.
Rapisi, and others.
You see, if the whole TV production manager can leave his cameras and take the center stage of can take the center stage of a club at position 3. It means there's a lot in volleyball.
Yes, sir.
They should just do our bid for us, and we will all help to let it stand. Amen.
I think my final comment will have to do with officiating, positioning, being attractive, and social media presence. We should be able to do this to help the volleyball fraternity grow. Once we are able to do that, we'll have a change of the game to attract younger people get involved in the game. So that tomorrow we can also hit our chest and say, it is during our time things became better. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. So
But please, before we go, I just want to say, I just want to give a shout out to one lady who designed my clothes for me. This was sewn by a woman. A woman designed it for me. She's in Tema. She's called Madam Lady Beautiful Olivia Ansajan. You can locate her at Tema Community Hall. She was the one who designed this particular clothes for me. And so I want to say thank you. For doing advert for Madam Lady Beautiful Sister. When he came, I saw it because I knew it was a lady who sold. But in fact, it's nice. Yeah, very. I will go and visit that. Oh, come.
okay, guys.
Madam Lydia, what's her name? Olivia. I want the same thing.
Okay, so guys, before we go, we had a lot of things to talk about. We talk about a lot concerning the budget, concerning the league format being changed into one venue where we can have matches being played at Baltimore. We also talk about the referees. So I think referees, as the league starts now, we are seeing a lot of fault that is coming from them.
Yeah.
And I think in our first two sessions, our second session, we had Pusha, the vice chairman of the Greater Accra Volleyball Referee Association, being with us. And we wanted him to brief us into details about the new rules format. You understand? But look at the match that was played against Ghana Air Force and then Ghana Navy. You can see a lot of wrong calls that are being made there. So I think hopefully we'll have to maybe re-invite one of them back again, so they can throw more light on these things. So we have these issues. So of course, during the league match, you see most of these faults being happening. And then at the end of the day, it doesn't make the game lovely. You be like, but things are developing. We thought we are moving forward, and at the end we are coming back to the same old issues. Yeah. So hopefully next week, I'm sure we'll have a lot of things to talk about. Okay, and then hopefully to have a surprising guest that will also be with us. I'll have a one-on-one conversation with you. So guys, thank you guys all for tuning in, and then don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. And then aside from that too, we also promote individuals' businesses. So if in case you want to promote your business with us, you can just leave us a comment in the comment section. We'll just send you a message. You can have a breakdown of it. Aside from that too, we'd like to thank everybody that tuned in each and every week to support us. And as time goes on, we are getting better and we're also improving the game. Thank you guys all, and then see you next week, hopefully.